And all the routes, by the way, they are going from your country. Did you know about it?
Yeah, I know this. I hear.
It's the oldest customs and astrological traditions. They're coming from India.
I have a question. Like in India, before marriage, we just check the astrological things.
Yes,
horoscope.
yes, very nice. Yes, and I love this tradition in India.
So there is a Rahu and Ketu. You know about this?
Yes, of course, of course.
Okay, can you explain like what do you know and how it is working with you?
Yes, it's a very interesting aspect. Karma opens the gate. If
Okay.
it comes to a certain position, it's full moon, and new moon happens on the Rahu and Ketu.
Okay, so I think it is like Surya Grahan and Chandra Grahan. Maybe.
No, it was a very bad, the ending of the talk. People die.
So hello guys, welcome back to channel. मेरा नाम है सैमबॉय और ये है एस्ट्रोलॉजर जिसके पास मैं आया हूँ आज वीडियो बनाने के लिए. इसका नाम है यूलिया. हाय से हाय. ओके, सो आज इंग्लिश में बोलने वाली है और ये बताने वाली है वैदिक एस्ट्रोलॉजी और वेस्टर्न एस्ट्रोलॉजी के बारे में. ये इंडिया भी गई हुई है और इसने वैदिक एस्ट्रोलॉजी के बारे में पढ़ा है. ये एक प्रोफेसर है एस्ट्रोलॉजी की. सो चलिए आज से बात करते हैं, कुछ क्वेश्चंस पूछते हैं. ओके, सो व्हाट इज़ द डिफरेंस बिटवीन वैदिक एंड वेस्टर्न एस्ट्रोलॉजी?
First, I want to say that astrology is astrology.
Okay.
And all the roots, by the way, they are going from your country. Did you know about it?
Yeah, I know this. I hear.
It's the oldest customs and astrological traditions. They're coming from India.
Okay.
And Western, it's a little bit different, but a little bit, not completely. We all have houses, we all have planets, but the main difference is consideration of the planets. For example, in Western part, we consider 10 objects.
Like planets.
Like planets and moon and sun.
Okay.
All together there are 10 objects.
Mm-hmm.
And in Vedic Astrology, planets a little bit smaller because there is only inner circle of the planet, the major and the most important for the human being itself and for the development, let's say like this.
Okay, so you told about the difference between the like Western and Vedic, but I want to ask, the result is similar or it is different?
You need to specify which result.
Like the
result of what? There are different, of course, there are different ways of how to use the astrology, right? We need it in different life situations. We need it for different reasons, depending on a person. But specify, please. For example, what we do? Horoscope.
Yeah, horoscope.
Like predictions.
Yeah. Like
okay. For predictions, result is same, but interpretation will be different.
Okay, so I have a question. Like in Western astrology, they give the horoscope like from the, like if I am taking birth in January, so my and somebody else is taking the birth in January, so both have same horoscope in Western, yeah. But in Indian Vedic astrology, we have different. We give according to the timing, and we have own calendar like Hindu calendar. We can say Hindu calendar, and there is like the position of the all the solar systems, where is the position of planets. According to this, we give the horoscope. So there is a difference because I have such experience. A lot of them, your horoscope sign is there. I said no, I have Scorpion. They said no, you don't have Scorpion. You have different.
Okay, can you give the date?
Yeah, 25 January. I have
25th of January, right? So it's the first decade of Aquarius in the Western astrology.
Mm-hmm.
There are 30 degrees, right? And we need to make first, second, and third. Yes, but it's still Aquarius, not Scorpio.
Suppose I take a birth in 25, and you or somebody else take a birth on 24, 23, any of the January. So everybody is Aquarius.
Yes, everybody's Aquarius.
Okay,
from the 20s.
Yeah, so but in Vedic astrology it's not like that. Everybody is depending, like when the person take birth, they make a Janam Kundali. I don't know how to pronounce in English. They make some triangles and you know about this.
It's called map, yes.
Yeah,
natal map.
Yeah. According to this, they wrote the timing, exact timing. Then they give the horoscope. So mine horoscope is Scorpion.
Scorpio. Are you sure that it's by sun? Maybe you're Scorpio by moon?
I don't know much about the astrology, but they give from the, I asked such question and I researched, they give as from the date and the time.
Of course,
we used to our own month. Like this is not like January, February, not used like that. We have checked Fagan, Baisakh, Sawan like that. So we have own months. So we give according to that. Understand?
Okay, so what is the question?
My question: what is the use of horoscope in your Western astrology? Like what is for the?
Okay, and why do we, for example, do not name you Scorpio when you are Aquarius?
Maybe you can say like that.
Okay.
I am not curious, but
I will bring a little bit clearance into this speech, because yes, it's very confusing what you say, but if we start taking step by step, I think you will find out what I'm saying. We all have different energies from different planets, but it's not the major part. Sometimes planets are not working properly. For example, there are periods of retrospective Mercury. It's when the planet goes back. It gives a little bit different energy when Mercury goes forward. But interpretation, by the way, is still the same in Vedic astrology and in Western astrology. I think that Western part is based upon the traditions of the Vedic astrology. The major part is based over there.
Julia, my question is like that: is really astrology help or work on the human?
Yes, of course it helps. Otherwise, people wouldn't spend their time trying to find out, yes, what is going on and all that.
So, what is the attitude of your on astrology in Russia and in India? That you was in India, you seen Indians how they live, and here you are Russian, so you know about the attitude of Russians about the astrology. So, what do you think on this?
Oh well. In India, people are very serious about astrological predictions. They are serious about recommendations that astrology gives, and they know how to apply it in everyday life for different situations. In Russia, it's vice versa. In Russia, I don't know, maybe thanks to good development of mass media, they were given some information, like, you know, you are reading, right, some of the newspapers, and there is a horoscope. So you read it very fast, and you think, oh, okay, but how can a horoscope will be the same for millions of people, right? No one asks such a question. So it's considered as a fun in Russia, just like so something, you know, yes, no one takes it seriously.
Okay, maybe they are believing like that what we can do, we are living on earth and they are very far from us.
Yes, yes, of course, they don't believe that we are part of the universe, right? It's different mentality, different traditions.
So in Russians, those are believe where they use the astrologicals and for what, like what reasons they use it, and as compared to India, because you was in India, and I will tell about, if you don't know about it, where the Indians use the astrology. Okay,
let's compare. It's very interesting. Okay, so first it's personality. We use, for example, astrological natal map. We also build a map, of course, but in Vedic astrology it's square with triangles, and in Russian astrology it's not Russian, what I'm saying, in Western astrology we have a circle with different fields. They all mean a lot and they interpret it differently, and but we don't use it just for psychological portrait. For psychological portrait we use planets. Now, for example, to give you a vivid example, you are 25th of January and I'm 11th of February. We are both Aquariuses. Congratulations on that. And but it doesn't mean that we are alike. We're not alike. We have different preferences, we have different reactions, and in different situations we can give different response. Our reaction, it's simply impossible, honestly impossible. Why? You have a question, right?
Yes, of course, because you said I'm also Aquarius, you also Aquarius, then why?
Yes, because not only we are Aquariuses by the sun, only by the biggest and the most important object. Yes, planet. It's not. It's a star, let's say, but it's object, right? And Moon is not less important. Venus is not less important. Moon is it's our emotions. It's, by the way our relationship with our mothers, and mostly with mothers, and it's the way we are living in the house. For example, if I'm by moon, I'm a Scorpio by moon, and they have no idea who you are by moon because I haven't yet seen your map. Maybe we will check it later. And I am water sign, and you are, for example, no, just let's take example, you're Leo, fire. We can't exist in one house. It will be extremely complicated.
So okay, I have a question. Like in India, before marriage, we just check the astrological
Yes,
things.
yes, very nice. Yes, and I love this tradition in India.
So
Honestly
in Russia, it
saying,
is like that.
unfortunately, it's not.
Okay, so maybe they just ask you what's your horoscope like that, or they not ask even.
Okay. The younger generation, they are more open-minded.
Okay, so they think nothing will happen.
No, they are more open-minded. As far as recently people started appearing, the astrologers started appearing on first channel, on the state channels. They started giving the information that we can check afterwards. So they were, let's say, predicting even the pandemic period. And when, for example, we can take 2018, I guess, one of the astrologers, she's the most well-known in Russia, and one of the most serious astrologers in Russia, in here, she predicted everything. She shown the map, she shown the planets, conjunctions, and said, this will be, the only thing that we didn't know the specifics. Yes, we didn't know, but that it will be very hard here. It was proved, and after that people started changing their attitude towards astrology. They were not taking it as just fun, as far as all these, unfortunately, all these events are not quite.
So it means that Russians, they don't believe to check astrological things, astrological signs before marriage.
Yes, and right now they started thinking about it.
Okay.
So they started looking around, checking, maybe.
We have
yes.
like a discussion, big discussion, but we call the astrologer, and they checking that will be. Okay, it is not 100% true. Okay, but it is till now 80% is working. 80 to 90% is working always, and we also use before to making home. We also use to like starting something new. We check it everything. And the second, we sometimes people start to say that my sign it is this, so it is not good for me. So it is also like in
yes,
Russia.
of course. It's called in the Western astrology. It's called synastry. When we just put two maps together, and for example, from my own experience as an astrologer, I can say that I am not only giving synastries for couples. There are requests, but from younger people, mostly girls. They are very curious. So what is the synastry with my future fiance, and should I expect or I shouldn't expect? And when I open their eyes on what I can actually give, the information I can give, they're more than the word surprised. More than the word surprised. And yes, it's absolutely working. But also, what is the second on the top with synastry?
I don't know, like a synastry, because maybe I know in Hindi or some.
No, I understand. That's when more simple word, it's compatibility.
Okay.
Compatibility of people,
Between,
people.
Yeah.
And the second on the top, it's not even marriages, it's business partners.
Okay. Business, it is important in business also.
For business, it's 100% important. I do agree with you. And I have also people who ask me to check their future business partners, whether and how it will be. So it's also possible.
So like my question is, you was in India, and you study about Vedic astrology as well, because you have you compare the both, of course, when you studied. So there is a Rahu and Ketu. You know about this?
Yes, of course.
Okay, can you explain like what do you know and how it is working with you?
Yes, it's a very interesting aspect. Let me have a notice that
so this is Rahu and Ketu. It's same is in Western astrology also.
Yes, let me give the notice that it's absolutely same,
Okay.
and it's not like Moon and Sun, Venus, Mars, Saturn, and Jupiter. They are real planets and real objects, which are if we take the telescope, we will see them. Rahu and Ketu, they're calculated. They're calculated. They are opposite. It's one line, and it's karmic notes. We call it karma.
Yes, karma.
And it's same in Western astrology. It's karma, and so we do believe. If person believes in something, sometimes there are answers which astrology cannot answer. I mean, in scientific way, right? So there is only explanation when you check the notes, like Rahu and Ketu. Then you will find, for example, why person doesn't have children, or why person can't have, find.
So okay, I have some
his path in life, let's say like this.
Okay.
So Rahu and Ketu will answer.
Okay, so I have some questions. Maybe like I'm a study for a doctor. So if somebody not okay, so it is a relation between Rahu and Ketu, or maybe some disease or something like that.
No, it's not disease. It's your it's what you should do in life. It's your
so it's like both is connection. Somebody have diseases, something related to also Rahu and Ketu that they are placing in the sign on the person.
No, it's Rahu and Ketu. It's the full direction. It's, for example, if you do, for example, you want to be medical worker, right? So doctor, and you want to save lives, right? It's you have such a wish, and then you may choose something different, but maybe you are meant to do this, and you feel, and you have initial feeling, and that's how Rahu works.
Okay, I got it.
Rahu, it's your destiny. It's what you are supposed, and in what way you are supposed to develop your spirit, your soul, and your development.
Okay, I got you want to say.
Yeah, and Ketu is vice versa. It's the experience from the previous life. It's something that is done to you by default.
Okay.
You are coming to this life, and by default you already have good. For example, you are dealing with people easily.
So
That's what you have from another life.
So this life, if I'm doing something like I'm saving my life, then this effect will go in my another life.
Yes, and you will be doing it perfectly with ease.
So
But Rahu, the northern, let's say, because our soul should develop, right, in each and every coming to the earth, and you need maybe to find out how to be lonely and how to find the wisdom in the loneliness or something like this.
Yeah.
So it's very different. It's, again, we need to see the position, which sphere it comes, Rahu and Ketu, and then I can surely say, you know what is most important thing? When people don't follow their destiny, then it brings to a very catastrophic events. Yes, it brings really very big problems.
Yeah. Okay. So like they all say like a planets Rahu and Ketu. So they like
yes, we say objects, right?
Yeah.
But they are very slow. They're going slowly.
Yeah.
Sometimes they are different direction. They're
So
going.
it has effect on human life that they are in different
Definitely,
direction.
yes. It's like karma opens the gate. If it comes to a certain position, we have our natal map and position when we are born, and this set is given, and the position which is constantly, everything is rotating.
Yeah.
This
So sometimes, like in India, we call that maybe our Rahu is not working, maybe our Ketu is not working. It means it's in another direction. Like if I have something bad happens, I have a bad from continuously. So such a dialogue that you used to say in Hindi, like maybe like your Shani is like tera Shani bhari hai, like it means like maybe something is connected to the planets, like your planet's position is not in the good place. So
yes, that's, you are speaking about prognosis right now.
Yeah.
So it's already the third thing that astrology is capable of. It's, of course, each and every of us, and I know that in India you have the special books, and the biggest transits of Jupiter and Saturn are written over there. It's when you can expect some difficulties, and when you can expect, on the contrary, so big amount of things that are coming to you.
Okay, and look, same is in Russia also. So I
Same,
have a question. Okay, but in India we used to say like if we like something is bad, like your direct position of the solar system, like planets, is different. If you will do this, then they will come to the good position like that. Like if you will help some people, so it is really helpful. Like it is really worth.
No, it's karma. Yes, it comes back always, but it doesn't mean. But it doesn't depend. I think it depends on the personal development of the spiritual level.
Like
development of the spiritual
Vedic
level.
astrology, in Vedic astrology, we used to say like if Saturn, Sunny, if Saturn is on the wrong.
Yes, I got your question right now. Yes, for example, we got into the period of problems, right? And I check the map, and I see that the transit for today is Saturn coming to one of your biggest like objects, like Sun or Moon. Yes, it definitely.
In between them, like
and it's a very difficult period. Honestly, very difficult. And if we follow some of the rules of the Saturn, yes, it will become milder. Yes, you need to do that. There are recommendations, and of course, you make this effect to the plus. You turn it to the plus. Yes, it's of course it's possible.
So it is same as in Russia, like Russian Western Astrology.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
So it's nice that okay. So like it's karma, like our whatever we will do, it's our karma. We need to do good always.
Yes, yes.
So it will be like helpful for our next life as
yes.
well. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
If you do, no, let's say, right, and you know that you're not doing the right thing, right? So you will pay it back. You or your ancestors will be paying it back. It's a debt to karmic forces.
Okay, I got it.
Let's say like that.
So yes, I agree with you. This is same in India. So Vedic astrology is not so different, I think. Maybe the way of find it out is different. So what do you know about eclipses?
Oh, eclipses, it's one of the most important events in the astrological life during the year. And it happens twice. And it's very strong. Effect is extremely strong. And actually we are meeting eclipse. Today is the 23rd of May, right? On the 26th of May will be moon eclipse, which opens the gate for the sun eclipse afterwards, and there is a corridor between moon eclipse and sun eclipse. And also, what is eclipse, right? Full moon and new moon happens each and every month. But this full moon and new moon happens on the Rahu and Ketu.
Okay, so I think it is like Surya Grahan and Chandra Grahan. I don't know, maybe it is like that.
Maybe.
It's a full moon and full sun is visible, and somebody think that it's not good to see from the eyes like that.
Yes, but it's eclipse, like there is moon, sun, they just in between, but it happens always. It happens several times a year, many times a year, by the way.
It is bad effect on human life.
The effect, as far as Rahu and Ketu are karmic notes and karmic meaning, no one can predict. So meaning what karma you've earned, if you did good things, or maybe here is very unpredictable. Here I take very big amount of time to consider the events before and the events after. Then I take the sphere where all it happens with the humans, in the map, and then I can say how it will be. And before the eclipse, but definitely it will be very important events, especially if this happens on one of the planets. And I may say that those who are born from the 23rd of May till the 29th of May, they definitely will feel it in one of the spheres. Something big will happen. Good, bad, it depends on the person's karma, yes. Sometimes it happens when, for example, you don't know how to get rid of something. Different situations, abusement, or there is some work you don't like, or something, and the karma will start pushing you out from it. Maybe you will have a huge quarrel with your boss, or maybe you will have a huge quarrel with your relationship are not okay, and you can't stop it. So the universe will stop it with the eclipse. So you will get to the highest level. But I might say that this energy is so strong that you should watch around children and adults. Adults, I mean those who are in a very who are quite old in the aged people. They will feel eclipses, the energy of eclipses, stronger than normal human beings because their will is a bit softer. They haven't developed yet. So they're strong will, right?
So the last year, I have a question. Like the last year was a very bad year for all the country, all the world.
Yes, true.
So there is a reaction of some astrological planets and changes.
Yeah, there was a huge conjunction of 3 planets, which one by one may be not so catastrophic, but 3 of them, they are major, big, and made a huge impact on the whole world. Even our astrologers, they couldn't predict it so globally. So they said, yes, there will be some changing of governments, will be changing, when some people are not really want the change, like it's forced. Some wars will be, but then when it turned out to be such a huge pandemic that changed all over the world and changed everything, of course it was quite, and by the way, during the last year, there were 3 eclipses. Sun and moon, not in a row, 3 corridors of eclipses. And it happens very, very rarely, not frequently. And that means such karma we deserved.
So guys, आज हमने
No, but for some people it was very good. Some people went through and some people went down. So it's unpredictable, honestly.
So it is depending on our karma that how
true.
it will be effective. So
Yeah.
but mostly people are die. So maybe the karma is bad. Maybe it's okay. We can not say like that, but I'm just telling like this because maybe who knows? Maybe.
No, it was a very bad. The ending of the talk. People died. Let's say something positive, okay?
It is because of the pandemic, but okay, I'm just saying that maybe. Who knows? Maybe I'm true.
Yes, and of course, I would like to say just one thing that when planets are coming and trying to work on you and it's unexpected for you, then you really can be afraid. And astrology can help you to predict when the spirits will be happening and what timing will be actually, and you can be ready for that, and you may use the energy into your favor even if it's bad aspects, let's say like this, problematic. There are no bad planets, no bad aspects, as it's said in astrological circle.
I think this is for our to make our.
There is only misuse of the energy.
Okay, I got it. So guys, ये आज का वीडियो था और मैंने इससे क्वेश्चंस पूछे और इसका भी इंटरेस्ट था ये इंटरव्यू के अंदर मैंने इससे पूछा था. एक्चुअली इसका कांटेक्ट हुआ क्योंकि मैं अभी तंबो की न्यूज़ पे आया था तो इसने मेरा आर्टिकल पढ़ा था न्यूज़ में, और फिर मैं इंडिया से हूँ तो इसको ये इंडिया गई हुई है तो इसलिए हमारा कांटेक्ट हुआ और इसने क्वेश्चंस पूछे अबाउट मेरे से. इससे पहले भी हमारी फ़ोन पे बात हुई थी तो हमने काफ़ी कुछ डिस्कशन करा था. उसके बाद में हमने डिसाइड करा आज मिलने का. अगर आपका कोई भी क्वेश्चन है तो आप उसको कमेंट में लिखना, मैं इससे वापस पूछूँगा. जो भी आप डिफरेंस करना चाहते हैं ये इशारा करिए. ओके, सो गाइस मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में. जो भी हमारा क्वेश्चन है वो पूछना. ओके, सो लाइक, सब्सक्राइब एंड कमेंट, शेयर विद अदर्स. इफ़ यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चंस आस्क इन कमेंट्स. ओके, सो बाय बाय. जय हिंद, जय भारत.
जय हिंद, जय भारत.
ओके.